Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean. Please welcome my very special co-host, Ginny B. Hi, Ginny. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
It's so much fun to be together on this lovely Friday afternoon. And I'd like to just let everybody know we're going to be taking your questions today. And we're going to be doing the variety of questions. If you'd like a message from your loved one, please do give us the name and the relation. Like if it's your brother Joe or your, you know, best friend Alice or whatever that is. And if you would please put your questions in caps, that would be really very helpful. We are taking questions or taking requests for messages from your spirit guides as well. I am very much looking forward. Oh, and the questions will be chosen at random. So, is there anything else that I forgot to mention there, Ginny?
Oh, I can't think of it. It's just really helpful to have it in the caps so that the questions can be identified just from the comments.
Absolutely. So I'd like to welcome all of our Facebook users viewers as well. If anybody is here watching us on Facebook, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and putting like a little hello or a little emoji, just so I know that you're here, that'd be great. I'm going to put in a little test myself just to make sure that that is, yeah, yeah, it's there. This is what the Facebook one, it has like a little. Yep, a little Facebook and not the little. And Polly is here. And so see how Polly has that little YouTube icon, and this one has the little Facebook icon. That's how you can tell. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we are live and everybody is just rolling in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Aw, Jen Bowles is here. So nice to see you. I'll take this down and I'm going to just leave that up for another moment. Maria is here. Craig Dixon is here. Love LUV is here. Polly, I think I already said Polly. Arlene Forney. Um,
Polly, I think
oh, that's so funny, isn't it? And Tara is here. Hi, Tara. Nice to see you. Aw, very nice. So, well, like I'll say it once again in case anybody didn't hear when they came in. We will be answering questions or taking requests for messages from your loved ones. If you would please give us the name and the relation, that would be wonderful. Messages from your spirit guides, and if you would use caps and emojis. If you have specific questions about jobs or home or different questions, we'll take those as well. We just don't do anything legal or political. All right, very good. Hello to all, Jenny Berlin says. Hi, Jenny, nice to see you.
So we have Jen, Jenny, and Ginny.
No confusion there, everybody. All right, so I do have some questions. Okay, and I have some requests. Let me see. And Love is here, LUV, and she would like, I'm assuming she would like a message from, oh yeah, well, my boyfriend, Dustin. So it would be she. I'm so sorry for your loss, Love. Thank you, Jen Jen. Dustin, boyfriend. And the first one takes it takes a bit longer, so just give us a moment. So, Jenny, if you have something, you can go first, not unless you prefer
Yeah,
to follow.
I pulled some cards real quick. Was he a man just of strength and determination is what the card says. Strength and determination. So whatever he set his mind to, he pretty well was stuck on that, which I think kind of comes out stubborn sometimes. That it was a toss up. Am I being determined and going after my goal, or am I being stubborn about it? And so there might have been some discussion on that. He was really good at teaching other people. It seems so strange when you're doing this because but teaching other people and being kind of understanding, but also very pragmatic in how he did that, but liked it still done his way. So he was juggled those two sides of his personality a lot. If that makes any sense at all, that very kind, but if you're going to do it right, and my way is right, and not in a mean way, just that he had very high standards.
Yeah. Very sure of himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She says, yes, two sides. And yes, he had a way.
Yeah. So the first thing that I saw, love, was either a panther or a bear or something with ears on it. I don't know. Even like if he had a hoodie that had ears on it, or if he had like a favorite sports team with ears on it. That's the first thing I saw. So she says he was going to do what he wanted, how he wanted it. Yeah. Very determined and sure of himself. So I'm not sure if those ears mean anything to you for Dustin. He's sending you lots of love, love. He's sending you hearts, and he wants to let you know that you were his one true love, that he loved you more than anything in the world, and that he would do anything for you. He is your knight in shining armor, and no matter how he acted or behaved while he was here in this lifetime, he wants you to know that he loves you unconditionally and eternally. I don't know if he ever promised you this eternal love, but he's saying you are my one and only eternally. He's saying that the love that you two had together was very special, almost like once in a lifetime kind of love. And he wants you to know that he still loves you this much. He still is loving you. He still is connected to you through this love, that you have not lost that love and that passion between two people. He says you saw him and accepted him and supported him in his every endeavor. He's also showing me a striped umbrella, and the stripe is like going around in concentric circles, almost like a beach umbrella. That just popped in as he's professing his love for you. Oh, it may be a target. He's telling me I'm on target. Maybe it's a target with concentric circle. He's letting you know that he just wants to thank you for the kindness, the generosity, and the sweetness of your heart, and for trusting him with your heart, for opening up and being vulnerable and showing him what true unconditional love is, allowing him to love you back. He is still passionately in love with you, and he wants you to know that he will always love you. He wants you to know that he is there helping to support you, to help guide you through your grieving process. He wants you to know that the relationship and the connection is there. It is only changed in the density is what he wants me to say, but the direction. like when you're here and you have a connection here, and then when he's on the other side, the connection is always there. It's between two souls. He wants to remind you that the connection is between two souls, and he just is professing his undying love for you. Oh, geez. She said, we had an umbrella, a big one
Yes.
in the car. And she says she misses him. Tell him I love him and I'm trying to do good. Mm-hmm.
I got remember me through the memories that we created.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So he's apologizing for something. And you know, whatever that is in your heart, sorry for leaving, sorry for dying, whatever it was. And basically, I think it's what he's saying is you were right. Whatever, however that resounds with you, you were right.
And that's really big for him to say because he always wanted things his way. He was always struggling to do it because he knew it. And for him to say that you were right, that really took a lot for him to say that and to share that. She said, yes, there's a backstory. I say there was an old man in him and an old woman in me, star-crossed lovers trying to be in these bodies. We ruined it. I don't know that you ruined it. I don't. Do you mean like Romeo and Juliet? Like there's he's saying there was nothing that's ruined. He's saying that everything happens for us to work through and learn the lessons in our lifetime. He's saying that it is for each of us to grow, each of our souls to grow, and to keep carrying on. I will go on. Is it a song from a movie? I will go on, but he wants you to keep moving on. She's saying like we were together in different lives. Yes, yeah. You definitely had your souls were together in a previous lifetime, and I forgot to make it big, but and here's another love. New subscriber love, and here's love. Thanks for being here, love. And so she's saying, well, thank you. So Justin is just letting you know to continue. And he's watching over you and he's living life through your eyes. So all the best to you and Justin, love. That's a very, very strong passion that I felt there. Very intense, and I feel like you knew each other. Like that energy was unmistakable. It was like a magnet because you knew each other's soul. And he told me it was like once in a lifetime kind of a like you're his one and only. So she says that's so sweet. Thank you. You're very welcome, love. We're
Yes.
sorry for your loss. She says he was my world. He's yeah. Sweet. You're welcome, love. Okay, so let's see who we have next. I forgot to say who was next. So Jenny Berlin is next, and after Jenny is Craig Dixon. So it's Jenny Berlin and then Craig Dixon. I'm gonna have to make myself a note because once I go there, I'll forget.
I'll try to also. It's always hard to figure out how to begin when you got so many things coming in and pulling cards. If you're Jenny and he's Eddie, that means you two are really, really strong together, and you did a lot together, but you also fought really, and I don't mean as in mean, but you had some sibling issues of who was going to be first, who was the best, et cetera, et cetera. You both were very dogmatic in your relationship with each other and within your family. But you defended each other. How do I want to say this? Well, you might fight with each other. Somebody better not insult the other, because you would have their back. You would take out the other person, no questions asked. And then going back to the sibling rivalry, because it wasn't anything more than sibling rivalry. But you took pride in the fact that you could do that, but that you also honored each other. And I'm getting that he really was all in all, whatever it was in the dynamics between the two of you, he was the strength. He gave you strength. Basically, I think he challenged you. He challenged you to see parts of yourself that you didn't want to see. So when you didn't want to do something, he would orchestrate it so that you would have to do it. And then he would say, see, I told you could do it. So whether it was, and I'll show my age, playing on the monkey bars or taking a chance at something. So he was very protective in that, but at the same time, he could really rub you the wrong way. But down deep, the message is the guy loved you a lot, and you loved him a lot. And oh dear, he misses you as much as you miss him. Did he have a tendency to put others first? Sometimes, and kind of, sometimes he was so taking care of other things, other people in the family, that he forgot to take care of himself, or he hid who he was. Kind of reminds me of my brother, what we're coming up here with, but that he was just very, very strong. I'm just getting that. You were like this, but you were like this. We could hug and we could fight.
That's so beautiful, Jenny. I mean, Ginny, Ginny and Jenny. And yeah, throughout the whole thing, she is just validating that what they fought when they were young, and he would have her back till his last dying breath. And yes, that he was her best friend, and that, absolutely, she's saying yes and absolutely to all those cards that you were holding up and all of those descriptions. How beautiful, Ginny. That's amazing.
Wow.
Very, very specific. And he's a good communicator, a good, clear communicator, blending with Ginny and being so generous here. You just get his name again. Eddie.
Eddie.
I feel as though that you helped him and helped to support him when Mom passed. I feel like there was some devastation that you shared together, and he's showing me that you picked him up, like he crumbled into pieces, and you helped to pick him up. And he's saying that if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't be able to get through whatever this was that devastated him. He's saying that tongue in cheek, he must have been a joker, but he's telling me that you ruined it for all the other women that he met. Nobody could measure up to you as being as close, as honest, as authentic and supportive and joking and being able to take a joke as well as being able to play a joke. But he really loved that that combative type of play and witty banter and joke and love. I mean, it was all very intensive, but he's saying you brought him so much joy in his heart throughout his lifetime, and he just wants to thank you for being there. And he says that we're always connected. He's saying that it was a beautiful display of unconditional love, and you allowed him to love you as much as you loved him. He's saying it was a beautiful balance of reciprocity, of true, authentic, unconditional love. And how beautiful is that, to have brotherly love, sisterly love, and true friendship, through thick and thin. You guys stuck together.
She says he was a sarcastic joker and was her protector.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I got, I see all of your thoughts, and I'm standing right next to you. So like Jean said, he's there, he's with you.
Yep, that authenticity and honesty, he's saying, was very difficult for him to find this in others, but he was, very grateful and enjoyed having that relationship with you, and experiencing the depth of that love in this human incarnation was something that enabled his soul to express itself. How beautiful. Wow. That's a loving family for sure. Wow. Very intensive, yet joking. It's like high. Both things were really high. Well, thank you very much, Jenny Berlin and Eddie and Mom. We appreciate you. So next I have Craig Dixon. And after Craig Dixon, I have Monica Starr is next after Craig. So Monica, just say hello. And after Monica is Love, Love. And Love, just let me know who Nico is. Is it a friend? Is it a pet? Either one is fine. I just need to know the relationship to you. Aw. So Jenny says, I'm going to cry. Thank you. Saw the good when he was an alcoholic. Oh my gosh, that was so difficult. Aw. Thank you both so much. You made my day. You're very welcome, Jenny. Thank you. Yes. All right, Craig is here and Love is here. Thank you. So Craig is next. And also Monica Starr, if you're still here, just say hi. All right, so Craig says, Jean and Ginny, will my cousin Loretta ever talk to me again? She's planning something to hurt, or is she planning something to hurt me? I'm going to use my pendulum on this. Thank you, Monica. I see you. Is cousin Loretta planning to have revenge on Craig? And that's my no, Craig, for sure. That's absolutely not. She's not planning anything. She might be judging you, but she's not actively sending out bad vibes at all. She's judging you, saying, can you believe that guy? Or my brother, he's, whatever. Or my cousin. Can you believe my cousin? But let me see. Will cousin Loretta ever speak to Craig again? I get yes, but it'll have to be at a. She's very proud and she's very
stubborn.
Yeah, but she worries about what other people think, and if she says something in public, she won't go back. Like, she wants to save face, is what I hear. If she says something, or if she had an opinion, or she has to save face, even if the grudge or the fight that you two had, or the disagreement that you two had, even though that's long in the past, she's going to still hold her stance because she doesn't want to lose face. And this is almost like, even in her own egoic, um, for herself, she wants to do this. Like, I'm going to stay mad at him because it feels like power to her. I'm just going to stay. She's not planning anything. She's not being vengeful. She is just stubborn and wants to hold that grudge because she knows not talking to you is a way to hurt you. But you have to understand that her level of awareness isn't where yours is. She doesn't have the education, and I know that she is aware of, being psychic and spiritual, but she doesn't know what you know. And this is very difficult for us to understand, that our loved ones that we spent so much time together with are staying away from us because of what we love and how we're growing. It's very difficult. I can empathize with you, but she's not being revengeful. She's just being stubborn, and but I do feel like you two will talk towards the end of her life, maybe when you know she's feeling ill or sickly. She'll want to reconcile with you. How about you, Ginny?
Everything that you said, and then to kind of expand on that, I picked up 2 cards that talked about chance. So there is a chance that it will happen, and and at some point somebody will take the chance. But this one is more about for you step out of your comfort zone, and that is to let go of this, because whatever happened and her not speaking to you now is about her. It's not about you. You can't change her. You can't save her. You can't do anything that will make her change her mind, because she's going to be there because of all the things that Jean just shared with you. But don't do this. Don't keep worrying about it, because then you give energy to that. You give energy to the negative part of that. This is in her head. Don't let it live in yours rent free. And it's very, very hard to do. I have a similar situation that at first it really bothered me with a cousin. And then it was just kind of like, my life is more peaceful. My life is more peaceful. I don't have to argue. Do I cut it off? No. Am I open? Yes. But it's about the other person. It's not about you. So remember that this is all centering around emotions, and that you need to stand your ground. You need to stand your ground so that you are in your own integrity and deal with your own stuff. Don't deal with hers. And all will work out the way it's supposed to work out. She has to do some stuff. And like I said, it's hers, not yours. And it'll be okay, Craig, because you're a good guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, that makes sense. He says, I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you guys, questions are closed, but we may not be able to get to all of them, but I see that a lot of people are pouring in, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows questions are closed. Next I have Monica, and after Monica, I have Love. And you both said hello, so thank you very much. And thank you, dear Craig. I wish you the best, and I will be I'll be supporting you along the way. Monica is here, and she says, may I receive a message about my job for Regina, my mother? From a message from your mother, Regina, about your job. You can just say yes if that's right. I think that's what I'm getting. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
From her mother. Yeah. Okay. So Mother Regina, Monica Starr. She supports anything that makes you happy. She says, I just want you to be happy. I just want you to do something that brings you joy. I want you to express yourself and to do whatever it is that you feel you need to do in this lifetime, something that brings you joy and expresses yourself. She's saying, no matter if she agreed with it while she was here in this world or not, the most important thing to her now is not what or, judgment. It is that you are happy and that you are following your journey and that you are expressing yourself as an individual and as a, standing in your power. She's saying this, your soul's growth, your happiness is more important to her now on the other side than what she may have thought or had judgment about. They don't carry that judgment. They see everything. They understand everything. So things that they didn't understand in this world does not carry over. They understand and they want you to be happy. They want you to follow your own journey, follow your own path and what makes you happy. That's what I'm hearing from your mom, Regina. How about you, Ginny?
Well, this came up again. So you're torturing yourself over this job, which it's in your head. And you may have legitimate things to worry about, but in your heart, you know what you need to do. And I'm going to show you a card. And I don't want you to panic. It's the devil card, but it just means you're chained to some old ideas about what you should or should not do with this job, whatever it is that's making you ask this question. Give it some thought and figure out again what is real, so that it's, because what's in your head about that. If it's something that you want to do, then do it. Because if you don't like it, you can always choose something else, which I know sounds very flippant, but nothing is permanent. But you get the Page of Pentacles, so there's good news, and the Pentacles are about money and going forward with that. So you have to have some faith in yourself, and you're an expert at whatever this is, or you can become an expert with this. You need to pause and reflect. And I would say relax. I would use the word relax and just sit with this, decide why it is, what it is that's causing you concern about this, make a list about it, and determine what is real and what is just perceived to be a problem, or you guess it might be a problem, and then maybe kind of put it in a different category, or how you can attack this. If this is a job that you want to stay in or go to, write down those reasons and see what it fits, because your mom is there. She supports you. It's the learning in the process of doing this and making these decisions, because whatever you do, she's there.
Yeah, I feel like there's something around that judgment too, Monica, and let me know. And all you can do is what's best for you at this moment.
Excellent. Yes.
She just wants you to know that she's supporting you, but she can't do it for you, I think, is what she's also saying. It's important for you to make your own decisions based on your own happiness, not hers. But she's saying that she is supporting you in your happiness. So if you're happy, she's able to support you. If you're not taking a position because you want to do something else, this, she wants you to be good to yourself. She wants you to be kind to yourself. This is what she wants to support with you. How about you, Ginny?
The last card that I had out is called Difficult Road. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things, walking the hard path in life. This is all just part of living, but to trust yourself, to trust you're supported here on this physical plane as well as in the spiritual plane.
Yeah, I feel it's commendable too, Monica, the choice that you're making. It's not easy. But thank you very much. I didn't see any feedback from you. I don't know if maybe you lost connection. Oh, here she
Yes.
is. Okay, she's saying, yes, I'm coming out of a toxic work
Oh,
environment. Very interesting.
well, good for you. Yes, difficult road indeed. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, Monica, because this is
Yes.
your new
Yes.
beginning.
Yes.
Mhm.
This makes this double so much. So this is how you felt when you were in the job, and this is how you felt when you were out of the job, because you didn't know whether you made the right decision, and yet in your heart, you know you wouldn't go back.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're out of it. And all
And
the
that's what
best to you,
yeah,
Monica. Be kind to
and that's what the
yourself.
devil and that's what the devil was about. Interesting. The things I learned.
Good for you. Thank you very much, Monica. And next I have Love. And after Love, I see Kristen DeSanto. Kristen. And Kristen, just say hello. So I know that you're still here. And let me just see. Do one thing here.
What's the
Okay. So Love says she would like a message. There was another one up here. Let me see if I still have it. No. I asked her who she said what does Nico think? And I said, who is Nico? Or she wants a message about him. I didn't know if it was your pet or if it was a loved one or if it was your grandfather, you know. So she said, Nico is a guy I saw in a shop 2 months ago. And then she saw him again yesterday. So it's an acquaintance that you keep bumping into, and she wants to know if anything is going to be coming from it. Jennifer, I think I have you. Let me see. I wasn't sure what he wants. Okay. Jennifer, I do have you. I have your question there. You're fine right where you are, Jennifer. In other words, you're good. Nico. I wasn't sure what he wants. You know, we often torture ourselves with trying to be a mind reader or place meaning in something that is yet to play out. It's important for us to allow the scenario to play out without trying to guess what it might be before it occurs. If you keep remembering and thinking that it's meaningful, then it's meaningful. If you keep thinking that you recognize his soul or you recognize his energy, then perhaps you may just have had a past life together with him. If he seems to be someone who you might be interested in having being a companion with, then it's just not. There's an emotional charge with the mystery around it, and it is what it is. And try and look at it at face value. It's a connection. It's an interlude, so to speak, is what they wanted me to say. And it's also a possibility. It's not a definite outcome. If it was a definite outcome, it would have happened. So with these possibilities, it may be reminding you of an old love or a someone who you knew in the past, or you may be feeling like apprehensive around him and you don't know whether to trust him. And I would trust that feeling, whatever you have in there. But it's really important for us to allow these occurrences or happenings to see them at face value. And if you're open to learning more about Nico, and just, put out that type of energy, but try not to figure out if he's, try not to interview him for the husband role just at the first or second glance. Take it for what it is. It's a small little interlude. It's a small little glance. and this is a potential companion, a potential friend. And trust your feelings. I don't know if you have like a weird or a funny feeling that maybe he's has ill intentions. Make sure you listen to your gut. Make sure you listen to your reaction around him. So what do you have there, Ginny?
Well, and daydreaming. Just kind of like what Jean said, is don't make more of a situation than what it is. It doesn't mean it's not something, but it doesn't mean it is something. You have seen the same guy in a shop 2 months apart. So coincidence, or it could be any number of things. One of which could be maybe the third time you can just say hi, strike up a conversation, keep everything in neutral because you don't know. And it could simply be, like Jean said, two souls passing in the aisle, so to speak. But what I got when Jean was talking is that it's also a test for you. Are you noticing signs around you? So
That's
you notice
brilliant.
this guy. So you notice this guy in the shop. You've got this name. So instead of focusing on him, what else is taking place around him? Or when you're in the shop, what other signs are out there that that you're missing or just need practice on finding? Situational awareness is what we call it in the physical world, when you should figure out what's going on and keep yourself safe. But also situational awareness in the metaphysical world, and what else is out there that's going on in and around the energy that's there. So if it happens again, instead of focusing on there's that guy again, because all of our, it's not like any of us haven't done that, right? All the time. It's kind of like, what else is there that's going on that you need to pay attention to? And you have nothing to lose if you feel safe in saying hi. This is, obviously his name, and just let things be organic in how they develop.
So she also said, Nico asked if I can have a coffee with him one day. He asked my number. I didn't have my phone with me to give him. I asked him his, but he said he didn't know it, but asked me to meet him at his work in 2 weeks. And she said his behavior was a bit strange. And she said, yes, he asked if I can come back to meet him at his job, but something just felt strange. I don't know to meet him. And
so
this
you
is
are
what
reading,
to trust your gut. Yes, I
you are
feel
reading, you are reading the energy around it. Yeah.
But I'm not sure what. So I'm having a dilemma if I should meet him. No, it's got to be on your terms. He works at the shop. Okay. He works at the shop. And so he wants you to come back and meet him. Make sure you do what you feel comfortable doing. And you can say, no, just send me, next time I bump into you, I'll get your number then. Don't allow them to manipulate, control, or, if he really wants you bad enough, he'll give you his phone number, or he'll meet you at a public place with a lot of people around, for a date, and not just at his job. Even if he's not working, maybe you can meet him there, but
big red flags went off for me over the fact that he didn't know his phone number. So keeping it in the metaphysical, and then I'll get to the personal, but if that, pay attention. You've twice that you've run into him and this and that, you ask the question. Those are the signs that you need to be cautious of, right?
Yeah.
He didn't know his phone number. He doesn't want you to have his number, but he wants your number. I'm old school. I don't give anybody my number unless I know you a long time. It's and even though he's in the shop, that's a big red.
I think he has a girl. I think he has a girl, and he's trying to see if he can
at least one
step out a little bit. I think is why else would he not give you his number?
At least one.
Pardon?
At least one girlfriend.
Oh, okay. And that's fine as long as he's honest with that person. But it does seem like if he doesn't want to give you his number, he doesn't want somebody else to find out. And that's the thing. Men, please, if you're listening to this, break up with us and then move to the next chick. It's okay to be single for a little bit. Like, I don't know why you have to wait until you meet the new one before you leave us. We're okay. Break up with us first, then move on. We can take it. It's okay. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
and this just fell out of the deck, inner peace. Because when Jean was talking, and I've got this whole scenario running in my head of watching you in a coffee shop and this guy, and you're being cautious of that. The female instinct, and I had earlier pulled a card, it was called feminine energy. We give the benefit of the doubt. We don't like to cause waves. We don't like to be rude, because that's what culture teaches us, is not to be rude. Well, it's okay, honey, to just say, thank you, I appreciate that, but I'm not interested. If you've got bad vibes, follow those so that you can have your inner peace. You owe no one, and this goes again collectively, like Jean just said, to anyone. You owe no one an explanation why you won't meet with them or why you won't give them their phone number. No, you just don't owe them anything.
Yeah.
You asked this question for a reason.
Maria says, I would leave it alone. And Jen said, if you feel like you're going to wonder about it and you want to go and meet him, have a friend go with you, and don't, yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
There was somebody else that said something, but listen, there's a lot of wisdom here in this chat, and they have some good suggestions. So all the best to you, love, and thank you for coming in and asking your question. And it's really important that we listen to our gut and let that steer us. And you really, you can't really go wrong when you listen to your gut. And it could be just that he's a little, I don't know, just not
Awkward.
as authentic or honest, or it doesn't have the best integrity, and you wouldn't want that to begin with. If there is somebody who wants your attention for the right reasons, to be authentic and respectful, you'll know it. And it's hard these days because you want to meet somebody, you want to give the benefit of the doubt, but try not to give too many concessions. I would start going to a different shop this way. Yeah. So Kristen is next. Did somebody see Kristen say they were there? And then next is Winokur. Let me see. Did Kristen say she was here? Let me see right before that. Kristen, are you still here? I don't think I saw Kristen. So Kristen DeSanto was who I'm looking for. Next is Jennifer Winokur, because we had so many Jennifers. I said Winokur, and I know she's here. And then after Jennifer is Jen Bowles. Who did I just say? After Jennifer is, I'm still saying Kristen Winokur and then Jen Bowles. Okay. My son Julian is struggling with college. He's asking, is it best for him to go part-time or withdraw until the spring in order to get anxiety under control? He's the best one to answer that, but I can let you know what the energies around that would be. What we pick up today, he may feel differently, but I think that, let me see. In other words, drop a couple of classes and only take half the number of credits. That's what you mean by part-time. I think lessening the stress, and that's what I hear. Is it in Julian's highest good to go part-time with half the number of credits and continue at school? That's a yes. Is it in Julian's best interest to drop the classes and wait until next? Oh, it's saying no directly. I thought it would both say yes, and then I'd have to figure out which one was more. But it seems like he'll regret it if he drops out, because he'll be like, oh, now I feel like I can do it. but right now he's just under the pressure. I think if he lessens it and he's able to take it one class at a time or a couple of classes at a time, he'll feel a little bit better about it. So that's say me. What say you, Ginny?
The Enchanted Map Oracle deck came out with Balancing Act in reverse. And I don't generally I have an OCD thing, so I have everything upright generally just because I like to see it that way. Anyway, so yes, he's out of balance. Things are not going right. So whatever it is in the struggling with college, whether it's too many classes, too many hard classes, not being right with something, too much social life to balance out the classes. I mean, there's any number of things because you don't indicate whether he's a freshman or older than that. There's a lot of things. And then the next card that came flying out was Heal the Ouch, which is also upside down. So there's something going on with him that he needs to backtrack and figure out what he really needs to do for
upright?
himself.
Can you turn that upright?
Oh,
yeah, so we can see. It says heal the ouch, and then
heal the ouch.
Okay, so now it's upside down.
So it's upside down. So he's avoiding something. He's avoiding doing something. He's a transferring sophomore. Okay, so there's he's not happy with something. He feels out of balance. He needs to go talk to a counselor, whether it's an academic counselor and or just a counselor for his own good, because balance is just about adjusting a little bit of stuff. We can be out of balance just a little bit. Think of a teeter-totter. If one person, does anybody teeter-totter anymore? My goodness, I'm showing my age yet again. It just takes a little bit of a nuance to come back with that. But I'm kind of getting here is that he's lost kind of a faith in himself, and he's not sure what he's doing or where he's at. It's kind of normal, but he feels abnormal, like he should be totally in control and know what he's doing because he's in college, and he doesn't. He's still very, very young.
I think,
he needs to seek advice. He needs to seek advice and counsel, talk to other people, talk to other students and stuff, and maybe lighten his load a little bit, but not only academically, but also mentally.
Yeah. Even though he's confused and overwhelmed, he also is self-aware, because he's telling you, I just can't hack it. Something's not right. I'm just not able to do it. And sometimes it's a emotional block, and sometimes I mean, they put these kids through crazy, crazy schedules, and he needs to listen to himself. And college and that kind of a course load is not for everybody. He seems to be sensitive, self-aware, and really likes to take things in the bites that he's able to manage and able to control and deal with. So Melinda says, try and get him a study partner from his class or a tutor to catch up before he gets too far behind in his class. Thank you very much, Melinda. I appreciate you sharing that. And Jennifer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jennifer says he's talking to a counselor. They think he has an anxiety disorder. They always want to put a diagnosis on things. Of course, he's anxious. Of course, there's a spike in his anxiety. I don't think labeling the kid that is going to do anybody any good. But he's lost his faith in himself. I just think it's a tough time of life for him. He's going through a lot of different changes, and maybe just needs to take some time, whether it's lessening the schedule or taking a step back. But if you lessen the schedule and it's still not enough, he can always decide to let it go. But
there's just changing universities, changing the people that you know,
a lot of stress,
changing the way that goes. There's just a lot of stress, and that self-stress is that this fell out of the deck. I was just shuffling and this came flying out as Jean was talking. Stuck in fear. Stuck in fear. You're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about all the things that could go right? And I would add that are going right. Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay. It's okay to drop a class. It's okay to drop a class. It's okay to do that. You can always pick it up again. And so we've got all these rules and regulations, and we are stuck in the oughtas, what we ought to do, the shoulds, I should do, rather than what I can do at the moment. Love, support, and just faith in it, and it will come. And he's young, he's male, and he's got all this pressure, and it's just one of the things on his life lesson. He's just stuck in it, and it's hard.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. He doesn't want to disappoint anybody, and he just there's a lot of unknowns. He's not sure if he can handle that type of course load. It's very important for him to listen to his gut and to take care of himself in the way that he feels, and not worry about it if it's right or wrong. If it's right now, if it's a right decision that will make him feel better now, that's the decision he needs to make. But him making these decisions is part of becoming an adult and adulting. And he feels like he may be letting you down, letting others down, not being with his friends, whatnot. It's not, it's about him and his own comfort and his own happiness and his own ability to move forward. He may want to go to a vocational school. He may want to be an apprentice. College is not for everybody. And I'm letting you know, they pile the work on, and they expect these kids to stay up 24 hours a day. It's just too much sometimes. Well, that's my opinion. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And EH says, Jennifer, my son decided to leave university at the end of his second year due to anxiety. 10 years later, he's doing very well in his chosen career. Most importantly, he's happy.
Yes.
Thank you, EH. I think you should be right here next to us. And thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys are also very supportive. Yes. We really appreciate that. That is so wonderful. I appreciate you. So thank you. All the best to you and your son there, Jennifer. So Jen Bowles is next. Okay. She met a neighbor who seems to be flirty, and Jen Bowles is available. Is this strictly innocent? And I don't know if you, let me just see. M. Ferlita, if you're still here, just say hello. I would love to answer everybody's, but we only have a certain amount of time. So M. Ferlita will be next if she responds there. Okay, so did you listen to any of the information that we said? If it's meant to be, it will be. If he's interested, he'll make himself known. And sometimes people are not sure how you feel, so they come over and say something nice and flattering. Some people are just charming, and that's lovely. And if you enjoy hanging out and conversing, then hang out and converse. I'm not sure if you feel threatened, or you don't want to be oogled. Is that a word? Or oogled, or objectified. You don't want to be objectified. You want to make sure it's respectful and appropriate type of flirting. Like, did it hurt? I don't know. Whatever, something about when angels fall from heaven or something. Like if he says something that's really cute, something like that. But Sherry says he's my secret admirer. Oh, let me see.
The first thing that I got was flirting is fun. If you like to flirt. We'll see what Jean's pendulum says.
I think he may be I don't know. I want to see your cards first. I'm not sure. I'm not sure he knows the difference.
Correct. The first impression that I had when I read the question was that he's a friendly guy, and there's a fine line between friendly and flirty, and that's on the interpretation of the person who receives it. Because if somebody accuses me of being flirty, I could say I'm just being friendly, right? I can change that. You know how you felt when he did it. You're asking this question, so again, we're back to you already have an idea what it is. If be cautious. It's a neighbor. You got to live next to your neighbor or within the neighborhood of your neighbor, right? So see it as just being friendly and innocent until you know different. The card that came out from one of my next was evil eye protection. So you need to protect yourself at all times. I'm a cynic, view everything with a little bit of cynicism, enjoy it and have fun with flirtiness, but it's kind of like, the guy who doesn't know his own phone number. Be safe, have fun, because you're an adult and you know how to do that. Because this is the other card that came out, is to have fun. Don't pursue it. Don't pursue it any farther than you want to go with it. But it's a neighbor. And I'll say that again. It's a neighbor, and it's a guy. And I have lots of male friends in my life that are just very, very friendly, that people take their friendliness as a come on when that's just them. And then sometimes they use that when they want to do that. So again, it's in your heart of your hearts, that. Just be cautious with your own heart, with your own self. It's a neighbor. Watch carefully. Interact as you are comfortable with, but don't expect anything.
And we know how much it is exciting to meet somebody new and to have a relationship. And wouldn't it be funny if he's right next door? That's all well and good, but the circumstances really do need to give you that, energetic quality, or that respect. And you can tell when somebody has integrity and respect, and they come over and they greet you appropriately, and they speak to you appropriately, and they say, I saw you running out last night and you looked really good. You were in that outfit. I saw your hair. There's an appropriateness to it. And I think that you can draw that line. But like what Ginny said, if he's your neighbor, he's going to be your neighbor later. You don't want somebody hanging around and coming around you when it's not quite what if it didn't turn out. Yeah. When he saw me outside, I was leaving for the wedding. He almost tripped over himself. Yeah. So
use that, girl. Just use that. Just stand strong in your own self.
Yeah. I think he is finding you extremely attractive. I don't know what his intentions are with that, but it's keep him at arm's length and enjoy yourself, have fun, and enjoy the talk, but keep him. Oh, what does that mean?
Paranoid. Be cautious. You always need to approach things with this, just a little bit of paranoia. Let him prove himself, because he needs to be the same reaction when you're not hot. Right? Mm-hmm. Just let it unfold in a neighborhood, getting to know each other in an organic manner. Mm-hmm. We women sometimes get ahead of ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And it's important to let them know how to treat you. Say, that's inappropriate. I think it's
Yes,
fun if
ma'am.
you want to come and talk to me, but that draws the line. That makes me feel a little uneasy when you say things that way. I know you're a nice guy and you didn't mean it to come out that way. Like teach him how to treat you, and make sure it's respectful and it has integrity
Yes,
and
ma'am.
fun. But if he crosses that line, let him know. Say, oh, that one just made me feel a little uneasy. You may have, let's keep it above board here, whatever it is. But all the best to you, and I
We
hope things work out.
we want men to get rid of all this patriarchy that we've all been raised in, right? The only way that happens if we hold everyone, including ourselves, to a higher standard.
Melinda says, work it, Jen, work it.
Just stay in control of you.
I know. That's funny. That's funny. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Thanks for being here. Oh, Emperlita is here. We get to do one more. Thank you very much, Emperlita. I know I hadn't, thank you. And you guys, I wish I could take all of you, but I will be on later with the psychic triad, and we're going to be on a half an hour early due to a little bit of a schedule change. And we'll be starting at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific today. So if you didn't get your question answered, please do come back over to the psychic triad. It is going to be on Kigaru's spiritual journeys, and I might be able to pop that in for you if I can. And then after that, I have Daphne and Stacy coming on, and we're going to be answering your big questions, like your big questions, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. So this will be our last question for today. M for Lita. Any messages for me? So this would be like a spiritual kind of a reading, or an energy kind of a reading about what's most important for M for Lita to learn. And I'm just going to take a
I pulled out of my gemstone deck meteorite. Unexpected. The finest of pleasures are always the unexpected ones.
Ooh.
And that's pretty deep. You're going to have to, what that is just be open to the new. Watch for those signs. That situational awareness, whether it's metaphysical or physical, that it's you've got something neat, something unexpected is coming. And actually, the astrology would say that too, from what I can remember, when all those good astrologers are saying and stuff. That it's just a time of be prepared, be open, and sometimes it can be just a small little thing that leads to something really great. How exciting!
Wonderful. Okay, so I did pop that in. I put down Kigaru. This is where we'll be later on today at 4:00. The show starts. In case anybody wants to go over there. So let me just tap. It'll take me just one moment for Lita. Sorry, So she wants to know if that's hopefully good. Expect the unexpected.
Yes.
And I think that it is.
Yes.
It's allowing that the universe to play out.
Yes. Well, because the card talked about pleasures. The best pleasures are unexpected.
So I don't know if a mouse has anything to do with. Does it mean anything to you? That's not her. No, her icon. I see like almost like a Cinderella kind of a mouse, like on that Cinderella kind of a, what did you get? Oh,
Well, just so cool with
oh, yeah,
unexpected stuff. That yes.
Cinderella. I don't know if you have had not not tough, maybe a little bit of tough luck in the past, but I think your luck is changing. I think that your opportunities are going to, like all of your hard work is coming in and going to be paying off, and your opportunities will start showing up for you, whereas it's been a while since they have. And I think this has to do with your astrological lineup as well, the cosmos, the planetary alignment. I feel as though there's been maybe not not like a retrograde. It's been longer than that. It's like you were trying and trying and trying. It feels like you're walking against the wind. But I think that this is the tides that are turning for you and more opportunities. And it's important for us to say, this is what I am asking for. This is what I am, this is my dream, this or something more, this or something better. It's important to allow for the universe to describe what is in your highest good. So I do feel like you've been putting a lot of work towards something. You've been diligent. Things haven't gone your way or haven't been easy for you, or maybe you didn't get the whatever it is that you applied for. And I don't think it's a job. I think it may have been a loan, or you may have applied for a grant, or you may have applied for um, a membership. I don't know what it is that you haven't, that you're, working on trying to achieve. But I do feel as though there is a turning to your opportunities. And it's not you, because you're doing everything right. You're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. You're working diligently, and you're doing all the contacts. You're doing everything that you need to do. And I think it's an energetic thing. It's an energetic turn. And I feel as though it's linked to the cosmos or to the planetary lineup. Okay. So she says, up and down, but I've tried to focus my energies in the past year. I meditate and focus daily. I think this is the hard work that's going to be working out for you. That's going to be turning around and working in your best interest.
Well, if the unexpected surprises to fairy tale of Cinderella, it all kind of goes in together, that it's all coming together for surprises and working on that, because it all takes having faith. We believe in the fairy tales. We have faith in the fairy tale, right? Well, sometimes our fairy tale is our own life. It doesn't mean we need a prince to come save us. It means that we can drive that chariot ourselves, right? That golden coach. And it says, it's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible.
Oh.
That fairy tale of Cinderella.
Yep. Keep your dreams alive, keep your hopes high, and just keep doing what you're doing, and allow for the energies to manifest. And it's important to believe and try not to get discouraged, because when we believe, that allows for those energies to manifest. And I just want to say hello to Elimination Portal Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for coming by. Valerie and I were on together just, I think it was this past weekend. I can't even remember. It was so long ago, but we had so much fun together. It was a lot of fun. So if you guys get to catch that, it's the thumbnail with all the planets on it. I love it. And Val's a astrologer, so astrologer extraordinaire for sure. You're very welcome, and Fralita, please do come back and see us again. And I will be over on Kigaru Spiritual Journeys channel in just a few minutes here. And please do come on over and see us. It's this link in the chat that I have there. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody. Ginny, what an amazing experience together. I always love reading with you. It is wonderful. And if hopefully one day soon, Ginny will start taking some private readings. I'm trying to talk her into it. But in the meantime, I do have private readings available. You can just go to my website, sunpsychicgene.com, and that's where you can find out more information. Yeah.
It's truly a pleasure to be with you, Jean. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I do too. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.